Most of the substances around us undergo changes. Some of these changes can be temporary, with no new substances being formed. They are called physical changes. In certain other changes, new substances are formed and the parent substance loses its identity. In such changes, we cannot get back the original substances from the new substance by simple means. They are called permanent changes. For example, burning of paper to yield carbon. When paper is burnt, black particles of carbon, that is ash, is formed. It is not possible to get back paper from it. This is a permanent chemical change. Objectives. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to recognize chemical changes, write equations to represent a chemical reaction, classify chemical reactions, list examples for different types of chemical reactions. Chemical reaction. A chemical reaction is that in which a substance or substances react chemically to form a new substance. The substances that take part in a chemical reaction are called reactants. The new substances which are formed are called the products. Iron plus sulfur gives iron sulfide. Iron and sulfur are the reactants and iron sulfide is the product. When sugar is heated, it gets charred. The water molecules in the sugar leaves behind carbon. Writing a chemical equation. In a chemical reaction, the reactants, one or more, react together and form a new compound known as the product. For example, aluminium oxide reacts with dilute sulfuric acid to form aluminium sulfate and water. The reaction can be written as aluminium oxide plus dilute sulfuric acid gives aluminium sulfate plus water. Writing a chemical equation. The following steps are followed to write a chemical equation. Symbols and formulae of reactants are written first on the left hand side. If there is more than one reactant, then a plus sign is placed between the different reactants. Aluminium oxide and dilute sulfuric acid, for instance, are written as Al2O3 plus H2SO4. An arrow is marked after the reactants to indicate that they react to form the product. Symbols and formulae of the compounds formed, that is products, are written after the arrow on the right hand side, which indicates that these are formed. Here also a plus sign is placed between the different compounds formed. For example, Al2O3 plus 3H2SO4 gives Al2SO4 whole 3 plus 3H2O. Balancing the equation. The chemical equations are based on the law of conservation of mass. According to this law, mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. This will be possible only if the total number of each type of atom is the same on the reactant side as well as on the product side of the equation. Equations in which the number of atoms of different elements in the reactants are the same as the number of atoms on the product side are known as balanced equations. Balancing the equation. Al2O3 plus H2SO4 gives Al2SO4 whole 3 plus H2O. It is equation 1. The above equation is an unbalanced one. There is only one atom of sulfur in the reactant side, while there is 3 atoms of sulfur in the product side. Al2O3 plus 3H2SO4 gives Al2SO4 whole 3 plus H2O. This is equation 2. Now, there are 6 hydrogen atoms on the reactant side and only 2 hydrogen atoms in the product side. Multiply H2O molecules in the above equation by 3. Now, the equation 2 becomes Al2O3 plus 3H2SO4 gives Al2SO4 whole 3 plus 3H2O. It is equation 3. Now, in the equation 3, the oxygen atoms are 15 both in reactant and product side. So, the final balanced equation is Al2O3 plus 3H2SO4 gives Al2SO4 whole 3 plus 3H2O. Different types of chemical reactions. Elements and compounds interact with each other to produce a variety of substances. Millions of compounds have been formed by chemical reactions between elements or compounds. Chemical reactions require different steps of conditions such as temperature, pressure, presence of light, etc. Chemical reactions occur in a variety of systems, for example, in the human body, plants, industries, nature. Types of chemical reactions: combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction. Combination reactions. In some reactions, new matter is added to the original substance and the substance gains in mass. Such a reaction is called a combination or synthesis reaction. Combination reactions are those in which one element reacts with another to form a compound. Such reactions are also known as synthesis reactions. For example, hydrogen combines with oxygen to give water. 2H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O. 2Cu plus O2 gives 2CuO. 4Fe plus 3O2 gives 2Fe2O3, that is rust. Take a magnesium ribbon and heat it over a flame. It burns, giving out bright white light. The magnesium ribbon becomes white powder. Now add some water to the powder and put a drop of red litmus. The red litmus turns blue. This is due to combination reaction. Oxygen in the air combines with magnesium to give white powder of magnesium oxide, that is MgO. Magnesium oxide reacts with water to give magnesium hydroxide. Being basic in nature, it turns red litmus blue. Decomposition reactions. Decomposition reactions are those in which a compound breaks down into simpler compounds. For example, on heating, calcium carbonate decomposes to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. CaCO3 gives CaO plus CO2. Water decomposes to give hydrogen and oxygen when electricity is passed through it. 2H2O gives 2H2 plus O2. Take a piece of marble, hold it with a pair of tongs. Heat it over flame or for some time. Let it cool. Drop the solid into water. Add a drop of red litmus to the solution. The color of litmus changes to blue. Calcium carbonate, that is marble, decomposes to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. The calcium oxide formed reacts with water to give an alkaline solution. Therefore, red litmus turns blue. CaCO3 gives CaO plus CO2. Take 0.5 gram of zinc carbonate in a test tube. Feed the test tube with a cork and a delivery tube. Heat over the flame. A colorless gas is given out. The gas, on passing through lime water, turns it milky. Heating zinc carbonate decomposes it to carbon dioxide gas and zinc oxide. The carbon dioxide turns lime water milky. ZnCO3 gives ZnO plus CO2. Heat about 1.0 gram of ferrous sulfate in a china dish. On strong heating, the green color of ferrous sulfate changes to brown. A pungent smelling gas also comes out of it. This is due to the decomposition of ferrous sulfate to give brown ferric oxide and pungent gases like SO2 and SO3. 2FeSO4 gives Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3.